What's going on, guys? It's me, Airliner fan HC here, and today we have the NG Models June 2025 releases for you guys. Now, I've seen these releases already, but I do want to kind of give you guys a different video because originally, when I first saw the June releases, I had a recording already. However, I think that was already I think that was deleted on accident. So I did see the releases already, but this was during Airliners International 2025, and this actually came out during the week of Airliners, so yeah, it was quite a little different, but yeah, it's interesting how NG and Gemini released their releases on the week of Airliners, which I don't know why they would exactly do that, but we do have the releases right here for you guys, so without being said, we're really not going to waste further time, and we're just going to take a look at our first aircraft, which is this PSA Lockheed L1011-1 TriStar. Now, I've been wanting NG models to do this for quite a long time, and it really caught me by surprise when I first saw this on NG's website, because I don't think NG, from what I know, has never done a Pacific Southwest Airlines aircraft at all, so this could really be the first time they ever did one, if possible, like the fully fledged Smiley PSA livery. So really exciting right here. I will definitely get this model for my retro collection. I never had a Pacific Southwest Airlines model in my collection at all, and given the fact they are pretty much nicknamed the Airline of California, it really doesn't make sense on why I want to get this. So they're also nicknamed the L1011 Smudge Bird. So yeah, that's going to be a nice addition to my L1011 TriStar fleet. So the aircraft is registered November 10114, and yeah, it has the extra underbelly fairing, which is basically, I think, right here, which is, I think that's where they house their lounges, if I would take a guess. But that's a cool model right there. Next up, we do have a Air China C919. Kind of your typical Chinese releases, but this model is coming out in 1:240 scale. And yeah, no need to go over too much about these planes. That aircraft is registered Bravo 919 X-Ray. So yeah, that's the Air China C919. It's a nice model for the Chinese collectors. Again, this is coming in 1:240 scale. And then we also have another one as well, just a different registration, but instead of the X, it's the Yankee. It has a Yankee registration. But this aircraft, I don't think this plane has any gears, so that's interesting on how NG is coming up with this. Next up, we do have a West Air Airbus A319. This is a Chinese airline, which I never heard of before, but it's really interesting on how they were able to make this in the first place. So yeah, that's the West Air A319. That aircraft is registered Bravo 6421. Yeah, Bravo 6421. And yeah. And we also got a duplicate as well. So yeah, if you're curious on why I'm not getting the reaction I would usually get, is because I've already seen these releases and I already did a video this already, but the original recording may have already been deleted by accident. So yeah, I'm just kind of this is kind of more of a release review for you all. It's not really like a release reaction. So just yeah. So we're changing things up a bit. So yeah, but I still want to cover these NG releases for you guys. Next up we do have is a Eurowings Airbus A320. And yeah, it's in this really interesting BBB team livery, and honestly the livery does look very nice. It's not the typical Eurowings livery. It has this black and white colors overlapping the fuselage, which is, I think it's really cool. That aircraft is registered Delta Alpha Echo Whiskey Mike, and the previous registration of this A319s. Well, did I cover the second West Air A319 registration yet? If I haven't, then the registration is Bravo 6412. So yeah, that's the Airbuses. Moving on, we have the 747-400M, which is basically a 747-400 combi. This is one's going to be for Air China, and I think Air China and KLM are one of the last operators of the 747-400M before those were retired. So yeah, it's really nice that NG is continuing to pump out these 747-400 full releases now. They did this last month with the Air China 747-400. Now we're getting some varieties right here. So that aircraft is registered Bravo 2468, and hopefully they can do some 747-400s for the North American airlines like United, Delta, and so on. Moving on, and of course we do have another one right here, so no need to go over too much. Same deal, registration of that plane is Bravo 2469er, so it's the sister ship of 2468. And then we do got an Asiana Airlines 777-200ER. Now, they released two iterations of Asiana's 777s. So they released one with the arrows, so yeah, the arrow which is right there, and they also released one without the arrow during the time when Asiana merged with Korean Air. So yeah, those are your only differences, which I can see why NG is kind of like doing these duplicates. Like, these are kind of the acceptable duplicates I can think of. So yeah, NG does these duplicates quite too often. So yeah, but at least for something like this is acceptable. But I will be getting the Korean Air not Korean Air, the Asiana 777 200ER without the arrows, which is kind of like the up-to-date livery for Asiana. They also released some A621s too, which we'll go over in a moment. But we do have this China Eastern 787-9 Dreamliner with the Yunnan branch titles, which I'm guessing it's these titles here. They're labeled in Chinese, so I'm guessing that's the Chinese lettering for Yunnan branch. But it's kind of like a typical standard livery, so nothing really to go over too much right there. That aircraft is registered Bravo 206 Kilo. And yeah, moving on downwards, and then we do have an EVA Air 787-9. Now this is one of the models I'm planning on getting, and yeah, so like this one in particular has no 787 title, so kind of like the 787 special livery they have under -9s. I came across an Instagram post on like this aircraft, and it's a 787-9 and just EVA Air's regular livery. So yeah, I never knew that EVA Air would do a regular livery under 787-9s now. Probably it's because like the titles have gotten a little too old and they want to like try to like at least repaint them. So yeah, here is the 787-9 regular livery for EVA Air. That aircraft is registered Bravo 17887, and they also did one with just the 787-9 titles, which I was referring to. It's in the special 787 livery on most of EVA Air 789s. So yeah, so nice to get some EVA Air varieties right there. Next up we have an Etihad 787-10. This aircraft, well, this is in the regular livery, so yeah, really nice that I think NG has never done a regular livery Etihad 7810 in a while, so really nice to see them return to that. That aircraft is registered Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Bravo, and maybe I might get this in the future, because I do have the green liner, but I do want to try to get a regular livery Etihad 7810 in the future. Anyways, moving on, we do have a really exciting model right here. This is going to be a hot seller, I will say. That's the American Airlines McDonnell Douglas MD-82 in the black nose. Now, NG, some of the collectors really wanted to have this release from NG, so it's really nice that NG is finally doing a black nose American MD-80 regular livery. They did one with the working together titles, but I don't think many collectors really wanted that. So here it is, the American MD-80 black nose. And honestly, this has got to be a really hot seller right there. So yeah, that's gonna be a really hot seller. I will have to pre-order that. Again, why did they have to release that at Airliners while I spent so much money on model planes and other aviation memorabilia? But yeah, that's really interesting on NG was able to do something like that. So that aircraft is registered November 236 Alpha Alpha, and this aircraft features the screwdriver tail. And they also did one with just it's another bare metal American MD-80, but it has a flagship Tulsa 2 title. So here it is right there, somewhere close to the American titles. So yeah, I'm guessing this plane in particular, there's some kind of like meaning between the American MD-80 and Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I know one individual who's gonna be getting this. So yeah, really cool model right there, I will say. That aircraft registration November 9627 Romeo. And we do have a US Air Force, so we're now getting into the 1-200 sections right now. We have the C-40B from the US Air Force, and this is just the blank titles. Mainly this is for VIP transport, so like transporting very important people. So there's like multiple of these planes. The first one is registered 02-0042, and let's look at the livery again. I mean, it's just a plain white livery. There's nothing really to go over too much, but there is this dash line, which that's there. But yeah, it has all these antennas and all these stuff right there. Next up, we do have another C-40. This one's a C-40C variant, and this one is another simplified livery, but the difference is it has an American flag on the tail. That aircraft is registered 020202, which is a lot of 02s. Not sure, gosh, like I think the first time I recorded this, I almost had a tongue twister with that. So yeah, that's the American MD. No, I'm thinking about the American MD-80s again. Sorry, but that's the Boeing C-40C. Really nice model right there. And then with these two right here, the C-40Cs and C-40s, like the C-40B and C-40Cs, and this aircraft has the pretty much like the Air Force One livery, but this is not really like an Air Force One livery in a way. I think this is kind of more on transporting House of Representatives at the U.S. Capitol and other government officials that are like, like Senate, House of Representatives, Secretaries of States. So yeah, they use this aircraft right there. And that same goes for the C-40C. The C-40C features the same livery as the C-40B. Those two aircraft, we'll start with the C-40B first. That aircraft is registered 01-0015, and for the C-40C, that aircraft is registered 095040. And we do have a Sun Country 737-800. I think this could be the first time, like in any modern mall manufacturer, to really come up with this livery. It's the Sun Country 738 in the Minnesota Gophers Athletics livery. Now, I don't know how NG was able to make this without getting a proper license, because like this is literally a sports team, and yeah, I'm shocked and surprised to see NG step in this kind of direction. So I'm not sure how were they able to access that, but yeah, that's there, and I think it should be a really cool model for the 1-200 collectors. That aircraft is registered November 809 Sierra Yankee. And as we move on, we have another 737, which is a 737-800 from American Airlines. This aircraft is sporting the TWA Heritage livery. So it's really nice that NG is now doing a 1-200 TWA American 737-800 Heritage livery. I hope they can release this in 1/400 scale in the future, but yeah, only time will tell. That aircraft is registered November 915, November. And we do have another 737-800 right there. This one's operating for Delta Airlines. This is just in the regular 737-800 livery with just blended winglets. So just your standard Delta livery. And yeah, blended winglets once again. That aircraft is registered November 3757 Delta. And we do have the World Champion Brave sticker to follow that up as well. So really nice that NG is also doing a 1-200 version of this particular aircraft. Gemini Jets has done this in this exact same scale, but I believe that's already sold out at this point. So yeah, now it's the time to get another chance to get this aircraft. But yeah, that aircraft is registered November 3746 Hotel. And as we move downwards, we do have two Turkish 737 MAX 9s. This one in particular is like their first MAX 9, if I would take a guess. That aircraft is registered Tango Charlie Lima Yankee Alpha. And yeah, it should be another nice 1-200 models for the European collectors right there. And the second one is registered Tango Charlie Lima Yankee Bravo, which is the sister ship of Lima Yankee Alpha. So really cool right there. Moving on down, we do have the Honeywell 752. And this is now sporting their current livery, as the previous one they did was in the older livery. So really interesting on how before, because like I thought they were going to do the current livery first and then the retro livery next. But I'm just so surprised that they were able to do it in the older livery first before this one. So yeah, really cool model right there. I hope it does feature the engine accessory though. I think that'll be cool since they have that in the 1-400 models. Excuse me. That aircraft is registered November 757 Hotel Whiskey. And as we scroll down, we have another 752. Now this is where I was like really like shocked to see this. So we do have a Jet2 Holiday 752. This aircraft is featuring blended winglets, and this is in their blended. Yeah, they are blended winglets. But this aircraft is featuring the older Jet2 Holidays paint scheme, which is almost like the knockoff Allegiant. So they did one with winglets, and then they did another one without winglets. So here's one with winglets. That aircraft is registered Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Kilo, and here we have Golf Sierra Lima. This is Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Kilo. That's the aircraft with winglets. And then you have Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Juliet, which is the one without winglets. So there's a little difference, but I can see why NG is doing this. Like NG is doing these duplicates. They've been doing a lot of duplicates on many European airlines, which is shocking, but yeah. But this one features winglets, so we can see a different version for each. So it does make sense right there. But these ones, yeah, well, okay, so we got the AG600M, but we'll get into that later. But these three duplicates, I was like shocked to see this. Like, there are three Jet2 Holidays 752 regular liveries without winglets. I was kind of like shocked to see this. I have no idea why NG decided to release 3 duplicates of current livery Jet 2 Holiday 752s without winglets, but that's how NG rolls technically. They always like doing these, and yeah. But this is 1/200 scale. If it was 1/400, then that would be like, why NG? But yeah, not everybody here is like who collects a lot of 1/200s. But we mainly us, especially me, I'll always get 1/400s. So those 3 aircraft are registered. So we'll start off with the first one. So the first aircraft is registered Golf Lima Sierra Alpha India. The second one is registered Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Hotel. And the third one is registered Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Golf. So, not sure why NG decided to go in this direction, but yeah, it is what it is. And then we do have 2 AG600Ms. This one both features the rollout livery, so kind of like in the factory phase livery. I think there's no difference on both of these, so yeah, they're pretty much the same. The first aircraft is registered Bravo Zero Alpha Whiskey Tango, and the second aircraft is registered Bravo Oscar Foxtrot Alpha Sierra. Oh, am I reading? Okay, I think I'm reading it wrong. So the first aircraft is registered Bravo Zero Alpha Whiskey Tango, and the second aircraft is Bravo Zero Foxtrot Alpha Sierra. And yeah, the livery looks very nice. It's not really in the fully fledged livery yet, but you do see the AG600M titles, the registration, and then the AVIC logo right there. And then we do have this Shaman 737-700. There are already production image on these already, but honestly, I think it does turn out to look very nice, and I think Engine Malls did a nice job despite this being another Chinese release. So the aircraft is registered Bravo 5212, and this is in the aircraft's newer colors. And they did a second one too, but that aircraft is now registered Bravo 5219er. So there's no difference on all of these. Again, they're just same duplicates. There's a lot of duplicates on the 1/200 sections compared to like the 1/400 section, which I'm not sure what was going on there, but yeah. And they did feature 2 737-800s in Chaminair's older scheme. So yeah, this one, I think the older scheme does look very nice on this aircraft, and it really does fit with the retro vibe to it. So it's kind of like a modern classic in a way. So the aircraft is registered Bravo 5388, and the second one is registered Bravo 5151. So yeah, again, no difference. They're just the same livery, same livery, different registration. And then you also get the SkyTeam 738, so looking very nice right there. So at least we get some different varieties right here for Shaman Air 738s, as you can see. So yeah, the SkyTeam livery looks very nice. That aircraft is registered Bravo 5633. And then as we move on downwards, here are the 2 Asiana A321s. This one features the first one features the red arrow, and the other one features no arrow. So yeah, kind of like the same deal as the 777 right there, 222s in this case. So the one with the arrow is registered Hotel Lima 8278, and the one without the arrow is the sister ship of the aircraft, Hotel Lima 8279er. And then we do got another Shaman 737-800. Well, yeah, the Shaman plane, 2 of them in this case. This still features the newer livery. So yeah, here's the first one. That aircraft is registered Bravo 1287, and the other one is registered Bravo 6485. So yeah, nothing really too much to go over on these. Again, just simple duplicates. And then here are the final 2 releases, but we'll also check on Instagram too, because they also have some stuff on their Instagram page. So we have a Comac C919 operating for China Southern, and yeah, there are 2 of these, and they're both 1/400 scale. So yeah, it makes sense on what NG is kind of like doing, but yeah, it can get annoying to many collectors, but still, it's how NG rolls. So the first C919 is registered Bravo 657 Juliet, and the second one is registered Bravo 919er Juliet. And yeah, now you might say that this might be it for the NG releases for June, but I also take the look on their Instagram page as they offer some really interesting varieties as well. So if I can look. So yeah, I already covered the AC-19s, the AC-20s. They did feature an A350, so it's gonna be this one, the China Southern A350-900 in some kind of like Gizou multi-livery. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but yeah, it's in this special livery right there. It does look very interesting, I gotta say. And yeah, I do like this livery. At least it's not like the typical China Southern livery that you mostly see. So at least they add some really uniqueness to the livery at least. So the aircraft is registered Bravo 30 Charlie Echo. And yeah, I already covered the 744s already, so no need to go over into that. But I was shocking to see that Engine Models was able to do an EVA Air Boeing 777-300ER. However, it's not the exact aircraft I was thinking. So this one, these EVA Air 333s feature the Hello Kitty special livery. So they had one on the previous release, like the previous livery they had, which is the Hello Kitty, also known as the Sanrio character. So yeah, it does look really cute, I gotta say. I think because like Taipei, like EVA Air is based out of Taipei, Taiwan. There's like a lot of Hello Kitty stuff that is like associated, especially for Taiwan International Airport. So it does make sense on why EVA Air decided to paint this particular plane in these special Sanrio characters. So you can see all the Sanrio characters right there. That aircraft is registered Bravo 16740. So yeah, these are the one of the two special. Well, we'll go into the current one later. So yeah, here is their previous livery right there. This one is in the Ultimate Collection. So the first one features the Ultimate Collection package, and the other one features a standard package. And then this is the one that's up to date. So this is the current Sanrio characters EVA Air 333. Again, same registration, Bravo 167. Okay, this is a different registration. Never mind. So yeah, okay. Excuse me. So yeah, this first iteration, this was on a different aircraft. So the older Sanrio Hello Kitty EVA Air 333 livery was featured on Bravo 16740, but the current one is now featured on Bravo 16722. So as you can see, I think this is called, often nicknamed the Besties Jet. So yeah, again, it features the Sanrio characters, but I think the plane's name is now the Besties Jet. So yeah, really cool on how NG is finally, I gotta say, made a EVA Air 333, but I do wish they made the one in the Star Alliance livery and the regular livery, because I would love to get those, especially for the Star Alliance livery, Bravo 16715, since I've flown that aircraft 4 times. So NG, if you're listening to this, I know you get a lot of Chinese duplicates and European duplicates, but please, please, please make the EVA Air 333 Star Alliance livery Bravo 16715, please, because I would love to have that from my collection. But even so, even though this is a different livery for EVA Air's 777 fleet, these are actually one of the 2 777-300ERs from EVA Air that have special livery. So as mentioned before, you have the Sanrio characters right there, and then you also have the Star Alliance livery as well. So yeah, I'll actually be getting this because like I do want an EVA Air 777 in my collection. And hopefully soon I can get a regular livery if NG were to release that, or the Star Alliance livery. So yeah, looking forward to see when that's coming in the future. And of course, I already covered these 2 EVA Air 787s. And then you have some kind of like, I guess like Tom and Jerry. There's like a Tom and Jerry screenshot, but it features the 7810 Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Alpha in the Warner Brothers World Abu Dhabi livery, which I think that's like a special livery of some sort. So Alpha 6 Bravo Mike Alpha is the registration. So as I search this up on Google, so this is what it looks like right here. So it's a really nice livery, I gotta say. It features various like Warner Bros characters like Superman, Wonder Woman, and I'm guessing that's Batman in a way. Yeah, that's Batman. But on the port side, you got the characters from Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. So it's a really nice livery, but I guess that makes sense on why NG decided to, like, you know, put a screenshot of Tom and Jerry, because like they don't really want to get in trouble from other companies. So yeah, again, NG is known for like not having licenses for all of these. So yeah, kind of interesting on how they're going over here. So yeah, I think that's everything that I covered. Yeah, I believe that's everything that I covered, but I do want to mention these future releases. So we do got a Airliners 757-200, and this is in the Pan Am livery, which is technically not really Pan Am, quote unquote, but it's kind of like a way on like, say like, oh, Pan Am kind of returns almost. So they're both releasing this in 1/400 and 1/200 scale. They'll also be releasing a 777-200 for China Southern, and then they'll also be releasing a Qatar 777-300ER in the UEFA Champions League livery, and this is on Bravo Echo Delta. So yeah, that's kind of like the whole aspects of NG's June releases. So again, I do apologize if I don't have like the exact reaction that you guys mainly see, but it's because like all the logistical factors that made me make this video. So again, that previous video that I made, I have no idea where it went. Plus, I think it didn't really cover the entire NG releases until like when I started recording this portion of the video. So pretty much I've covered all of the NG June 2025 releases. But overall, it's a good release set. I mean, I would say good in a way, but not really like. I mean, for the 1/400 sections, I think this is okay. I do love the fact they got the PSA L1011 right there, so really nice for them to do that. So that's one model I'll be getting. I'll also be getting the American MD-80 Black Nose. So these are kind of like immediate purchases. So the American MD-80 right there, and the PSA L1011 will be my immediate pickups from this month's release set. But as with like the future models that I'm planning on getting within the next couple of months, I'm planning on getting the Asiana 777-200ER as well as the EVA Air 787-9, depending if I want to get the regular livery or the 787 livery that I would commonly see on most of EVA Air 789 fleet. So yeah, that's kind of like it for this month. Oh, also I do want to mention the Best Seas Jet EVA Air 333. Kind of forgot to mention about that because they have not put that on their official website yet. So yeah, that's gonna be my other purchase in the futures. But over that, kind of like an expensive month almost. But yeah, of course, with me collecting these international airlines and getting some varieties for each aircraft, it kind of does makes for my collecting criteria. But overall, I mean, it's a okay NG release. I kind of see why. Like, I kind of still shocked to see that many duplicates on the 1/200 sections, but hey, that's how NG rolls. So yeah, nothing to complain too much. And yeah, those two retros I'm seeing from this month's release set, I think they're going to be awesome assets for my collection, and I'm looking forward to having them alongside the EVA airplanes and the Asiana aircraft. So that's it for today's video. Well, I do want to get into my outro, so that's kind of like the final parts of me saying my outro. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell icon so you won't miss a new upload like this anytime soon. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night.